Hello everyone, today's addition to the Timeless Treasure project is this antique telephone. I made this to add in the side table arrangement next to the chaise lounge. Don't forget to check the description box for the materials. Let's begin by making the body of the phone. Roll the scrap clay flat to about 3 mm thick. Mark the clay to 2 by 2 cm squares before slicing it. Slice the clay by positioning the blade more or less 45-degree angle. If you have a square puncher big enough for 1/12 scale, you can use that as well. Slice another clay smaller than the first one, with the blade positioned in 90-degree angle. Then place this on top of the bigger square. Next, roll a thin snake and fold it to half. Then, twist them together to create a rope-like form. After you are satisfied with the thickness of the twisted clay, you can then wrap it around a small square. I added this small metal cogwheel with a small clay dome on top to act as the base for the handset holder. Next, take a small wire and fold this to half, and twist it up to 10 mm long. Bend both sides of the wire so the whole thing will look like a fork. And then cut the excess wire long enough for the handset to sit in. Insert the fork in the middle of the base and add liquid clay to secure it and set it aside. Next, make the dial by rolling a small ball. Flatten it and use a round puncher to cut the clay. Use a ball stylus to create the holes on the dial. If you need to make the holes bigger, go ahead and do that. Add liquid clay on the bottom of the handset holder and place this on top of the phone body. Next, add liquid clay on the tip of the wire and add a small clay. The clay will help cradle the handset later on. Make the handset by rolling a piece of clay and inserting a jewelry wire in it. Make sure that the jewelry wire is long enough in case you need to make adjustments later. And then remove any excess clay. Pre-bake the pieces together. After pre-baking, you can now safely handle the handheld without deforming the clay. Bend the jewelry wire on both sides. Add beads for extra decoration or extra shape. Just make sure that the beads are made of glass or metal so you can bake it safely later. Next, I added the receiver by rolling a small ball and a slightly bigger ball. I then flattened them to a disc and placed the small disc on top of the bigger disc. Cut the excess wire and then attach the receiver, then add a liquid clay. For the transmitter, the wire should be longer than the receiver if you want to have the vintage look. I added an extra bead and then made similar disc like the receiver. I then placed the disc facing the side and added liquid clay. After this, you can completely bake all the pieces. While the pieces are baking, you can make the telephone cord using a thin wire. If you have a ball pen spring, you can also use that. Now everything is ready to be painted. So I painted mine with gold and bronze for the body, including the wire. You can paint any color you like. Silver and bronze is also a nice combination for an antique or a vintage phone. The dial cord and the clay part of the handset were painted with cream enamel paint. Then I just left the beads and the wire as it is. And lastly, assemble all the pieces together. Now this is not a toy merely for decoration because I am not sure if this is strong enough to be handled for playing. Anyway, I fixed the pieces permanently since this will be just sitting in the room box. That's it for today, another addition to the Timeless Treasure project. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you like it. Bye bye and see you next time.